So I'm in Zechariah 13. We're finishing up in Zechariah 13. Remember, we were in verse number 7 last week, and Zechariah is writing about 480 BC. The first part of the book is about 520, 525 BC. Remember, they've come back out of Babylonian captivity. There will be 2 more returns under Nehemiah and Ezra in the future to Zechariah. In about 20 more years, 30 more years, there's going to be 2 more returns. There's been 1 return, and Haggai and Zechariah in 520 BC had encouraged the people to rebuild the temple. But remember, the walls are still down. It won't be until 445 BC, Ezra and Nehemiah come back and they rebuild the walls. Remember, that's going to happen. So this is 30, 40 years. When Zechariah is prophesying, the walls have crumbled. They're still down. And there's only a handful of people back in Israel proper, the land of Israel. You have many people now in Persia, because now Persia is ruling. Babylon has been wiped out by the Persians, but there are still people like Ezekiel that are in the area of Babylon. We call that Iraq today. Persia we call Iran today. Okay? So you have Jews spread out everywhere, and some are in Egypt. Some are down in Alexandria in Egypt. And the northern 10 tribes have been scattered into what is northern Iraq, Armenia, what we would call Azerbaijan today, and Armenia and northern Turkey. Those northern 10 tribes are scattered everywhere. So when we're talking about the Jews, it comes from the name Judah. So we're talking about Judah and Benjamin primarily, because those are the 2 southern tribes. So they are scattered everywhere. And Zechariah is writing to them and saying, God hasn't forgotten you, even though the walls are still down, even though the covenant God, capital L, capital